This is Kareem Rashad. I am from Sudan and I present to you Project Movie Night, my submission for CS50's Harvard's Introduction to Computer Science. So, what this is basically a website that would help fellow movie watchers or movie people who enjoy cinema find the best movie for the night. And this is mostly going to be tailored for casual users and families and so on who try to find the best movie and just can't do it, spend hours on it. So the way that this works is you come right here and you write the name of two movies that you want to watch. Suppose we go by these two, since these are two of my favorite movies, and we go ahead. We search. This runs an API call and finds movies via IMDb's data list. And you get a lot of movies here, of course. There are um, ranged, sorted in terms of which ones you want. So you choose the two movies and you start the fight. Gives you some description, of course, and some stuff to identify the movies. So you go into a fight, and this runs another API call to get extensive data on the two movies and create this quiz. We start by doing ratings matter to us. If we say yes, then the ratings are considered and based on a function that calculates a score for rating and vote count. So it's not heavily weighted by that. Then you go ahead asking for time. Do you need 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours? Depending on that, you also get a rating. If you say anything, then it doesn't take that into account. So since they're similar, let's just say anything. And the feeling is basically themes between the two movies. Suppose we go for relativity and gravity and wormhole. That just makes it obvious which one of the two movies I like. Now we have the similar movies, which is basically the cast of the two movies, including like the that director, the producer, the cast, the filmmakers, and everyone, and it gives you a limited amount of options. So if you choose more than some limit, it's going to keep changing. And then you go ahead and you finish the quiz. This is only a version 0.1, of course, and you get the winner between the two movies. Now, this is only for version 0.1. Future versions, of course, include much more extensive questions. You go into new fight and, of course, start a new fight. Now, if you go here, this is the code that powers this. It's a Flask app, after all, so you have some routes here and a lot of libraries. Then you go into the HTMLs, of course. You have your layout, you have your search and its stuff. Then there's the JavaScript. The goal of this is to make it a modular function, in a modular app in terms of having a lot of functions for each like quiz and so on. The only trouble that I had was basically working with a JSON file because that's where I put the questions, and that was pretty difficult. And of course, this is only a version 0.1. Future versions should hopefully have much more extensive functionality. So this is Project Movie Night, and I'm Kareem Rashad. Thank you for being here. Hope to see you in future versions.